Hi and welcome to Camille's Country Corner. My name is Lexi and today we are making banana muffins, but also, wait for this, it's a banana cream pie. I know, I am so excited for this. All right, let's jump into the video and see how we make this delicious mashup treat.
Alrighty, let's get started with this recipe. To start off, we are going to use 1 cup of sugar, and I just have organic raw sugar here, but any sugar would work. And I did not have enough to make a full cup, so it's a little less than a cup, but I feel like that's fine because the bananas are already so sweet. Next up, we are going to grab our butter. We are going to just use half of this stick, which also equals 1/4 cup of butter, and I just have it at room temperature because that makes it so much easier to mix together. So I'm just cutting that here. So this recipe is from my mom or my grandma. This recipe is been with her family for generations. My mom has featured this on one of her earlier videos where she added pecans to it, but this recipe is so good. I am definitely altering the recipe a little bit for this one, so it's more of a cake consistency than a muffin or a bread, but it's going to be so good. So I just mixed together the butter and the sugar together, and now we are going to take 1 egg, and this is where my alteration comes together. I'm going to take just the egg yolk and put it into the sugar and the butter and mix that together. Okay, so here we go. Mixing together. I don't know about you, but I would like to fill you in on my life a little bit. My boyfriend just started a new job over at Amazon, which is extremely exciting, but now he works nights and I get to be a little bit kooky after 5 p.m. And this is what I decided to do, is make fun mashup recipes for delicious desserts, because you know what? That's what I'm feeling. All right, next up we are going to take 3 bananas. These look sad and decrepit, but don't worry, these were bananas that were going bad and I popped them into the freezer and they have been thawing all day and they are ready to become something new and beautiful. Never throw out bananas that are going sad. Always put them in the freezer because you can make banana bread, and this is the best recipe for that. So don't waste your produce, guys. All right, we're going to just mix that together and we're going to just make one big mass of sugar, egg, butter, and banana. This recipe can be put into any kind of step. You can dump them all together. It doesn't matter. It comes out the same either way. It's a really great recipe, honestly. It has 0 ingredients, basically, and it just comes together so perfect no matter what. In the background, I do have my oven preheated to 350 degrees, so the oven is going to be nice and hot for our next steps. Just grab some more ingredients. We're going to do a 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla. This is just organic vanilla extract, a pinch of salt or about a 1/2 teaspoon, and then 1 teaspoon of baking soda. This helps give a little bit of lift to our cake, bread, muffin, whatever you want to call it. And we're going to just stir that together and we're going to set it to the side. See, this recipe is almost done. Next step, I am going to grab a bowl and I'm going to make meringue or stiff peaked egg whites. This is where I am altering the recipe just a little bit more. Usually you would just dump the egg, mix everything together, and boom, done, banana bread. But I wanted to have a more light, airy consistency for it. So I whipped that until it was stiff peaks. I added about a tablespoon of sugar to my egg whites, and then it made it this nice stiff peak consistency, as you can see as I dump my whisk in. I definitely did this off camera because it took me about 5 minutes by hand because it wasn't enough egg white to do it into a stand mixer or a hand mixer, so I literally just did it by hand. Now my biceps are huge. Don't even ask me for a photo of them. They're too big to show on screen. So I'm just going to take my egg white mixture and I'm going to fold it into the rest of the ingredients very carefully, not to beat out all of the air that I put into those egg whites. This is going to give the cake or the bread a more light and airy consistency, and that is what I was going for. I didn't want a dense bread type consistency for this because I am making banana bread cream pie muffins or cupcakes, whatever you would like to call them. So I'm just going to fold this over so you go in a C shape and then down the middle. That way you don't overbeat it and it will stay nice and airy and light. It does take some practice for this so you don't beat anything out, but now that it's mostly combined, it's going to be time to be adding the flour. This recipe definitely calls for 1.5 cups of flour, and I'm just going to add this gradually into the mixture, folding consistently so I don't lose that air for my batter. So let's just get that going. I do have a question for you guys. I know that we are slowly becoming more subscribed with more people, and I would love to know what kind of recipes you guys like to watch. If it's desserts, easy recipes, dinners, appetizers, what is something that you guys are in need of that we would love to show you? Both my mom and I really enjoy cooking and baking, and we would love to cater to that need and just see what you guys want, and we'll definitely make it for you, or a version that we think that you would like. But please comment below, see what we can do with that, and we will get that going in some of our next videos. We love inspiration and learning new recipes and seeing what we can come up with. So here I am just gently folding that flour in. I don't want to overmix it, create a strong gluten strand. That's what happens when you overmix cakes or breads. When you combine those gluten strands in the flour too strongly, it will make a dense cake. And I want to have something nice and fluffy. So I'm just going to continue adding this flour until I have it fully combined. All right, I will see you when everything is all together. I've just added the last half cup of my flour, and you see how it's really becoming a thicker batter, but it's still nice, light, and airy, so it is perfect consistency for what we're going for a more cakey kind of texture. I just have lined my muffin tin or my cupcake tin with cupcake liners, and I'm going to just do a scoop of batter into each one. So for cupcakes or muffins, you do not want to fill them all the way up because you want to have room for it to grow and create that delicious top on the top of the muffins. So I'm not going to fill them all the way. This recipe perfectly makes 12 cupcakes or muffins. So I'm just going to fill these up and get these going and ready for the oven. Speed round, let's go. Super fast. Scraping the bowl, making sure I don't miss anything. Alright, so here's our muffins outside of the oven. They took about 20 minutes to bake at 350 degrees. I'm using a piping tip to pull out the middle. Off camera, I did make a box banana pudding, and I just followed the directions on the back of the box. For one packet, it's 2 cups of milk, beat together, chill for about 5 minutes, and then it's ready to use. So that's what I did today. I don't use regular milk in my household, so I did use oat milk, so it is a little bit runnier, but I think if I left it in the fridge for a little bit longer, it would have set more properly, but it's going to taste great regardless. I am also using a skewer to just pop out those mills a little bit easier for me so I have room to put the pudding. My favorite thing about banana cream pie is the banana pudding, and this is the best vessel I could think of to put this into. So I'm just going to use a tablespoon or like a soup spoon here, and I'm going to fill those centers with that banana pudding. Oh, look at that. It looks so beautiful. My favorite thing in the entire world is bananas, I think. One Christmas, I had my mom get me a 2-pound bag of banana runs, and it was the best thing I have ever received to this day. Banana runs, 10 out of 10. All right, we're just filling that up. I also have a piping bag on standby, and I just put some Cool Whip in there, and we are going to just pipe on the top of it some cute whipped cream topping. I am definitely going to decorate the rest of these off camera just because it's Cool Whip and banana pudding and I don't want it to get sad. But these 3 are going into my belly right now as soon as I'm done doing this. So I'm okay with doing these 3. I'm going to take the cake and decorate the top with just crumbling the cake on top. It gives it more of an artsy feel to it. And you could use graham crackers or vanilla wafers, whatever you would like. But I already had these cake scraps and I thought that they looked really beautiful. I also took a fresh banana and I sliced it. And I'm going to put 1 slice of banana on each cake. And I think that completes the decorating look. They look awesome.
Banana muffins, or cupcakes if you want to say it, are done. So just to recap, this is a banana cupcake with banana pudding, whipped cream, crumbled banana cake, and a banana. I don't know about you, but I just really love banana. I am so excited. So I did take a cheat and I did Cool Whip instead of making my own. But you know what? A little Cool Whip never hurt anybody. So let's give this a try, shall we? Look how beautiful. Oh my gosh. So I've been wanting to do this forever, okay? Make like a banana cream pie, but with my mom's banana bread recipe, which we've already learned before in a prior Camille's Country Corner video. But oh my God, take a look at that filling. So we have the pudding, we have the cream, the banana, the cake. It is so good. I'm gonna eat all 3 of these muffins right now, and I'm just gonna leave the rest for later and assemble it as I go because I don't want to lose the banana pudding consistency inside of the cake. Oh my gosh, though. You must try this recipe. I don't care what you're doing right now, just drop it, grab some bananas, grab some flour, and make this recipe. It is so good. But with that being said, please hit subscribe. Definitely hit that like, and we will see you on our next video. Thanks. Bye.